online that people said you were retiring from rapping?
Because I said once I was gonna retire, but the news cycles are very slow and they're disparate, so it might get published over here, not over here, and then it published over here.
But you're not.
Later. I am eventually. I'll be forced to, but that's like 40, 50 years from now.
He's known as a rapper, but he is extending his career to so much more. We caught up with Lupe Fiasco after watching him rap a different type of performance on stage, yet still with a mic. He was a keynote speaker at NeoCon's event of the year for the commercial design industry.
You've pivoted in so many different ways. Would you still say first you're a rapper?
I'm definitely a rapper first. Like I put that on my social media tags, rapper first. My jacket at MIT has rapper on it. If you ask what I do as a sport, I'm rapping, right? I think there's nothing to be ashamed about that or feel assertive, especially at this point. Like 50 years, where we are, what we've done, the spaces that we're in, the things that we've contributed, the things we've innovated, expanded on across all forms, from technology to architecture to other spaces and places.
Are you still creating music?
Absolutely, yeah. I think the core, again, it all feeds back into the music. How can I improve this? But then, how can I challenge myself to think outside the musical box? And what does that look like? What does it look like for a rapper to now design a space? What does it look like for rappers to design a pair of shoes? What does it look like for a rapper to design a bottle? What does it look like for a rapper to design a camera? What is it? And what are the needs or the things that need to that aren't existing in pre-existing kind of technology, even music technology, which isn't based on like, well, we're gonna make this for rappers. We're gonna make a guitar for rappers. Nobody thinks about that, right? But what if you had to, right?
That's one thing that's really interesting about you is you're very, like, even from your lyrics, thought-provoking, and now you've taken it to this next realm. What would you say is probably the biggest inspiration that is pushing you forward?
Just knowledge. If you just had to personify knowledge or objectify knowledge into a singular thing, like it's always the pursuit of that, wanting to know more, wanting to experience as much of this world and what it has to offer while you still have breath and life in your body is always my drive, So as much as I can, take advantage of the opportunities that are given to me, no matter what they are, like no matter what it is. So if it's NeoCon, well, yep, I'm coming. Like,
I'm coming.
If it's MIT, yep, I'm coming.
Yeah, so you're saying a lot of yeses.
But my story is a little bit different to make too deep to get into here now, but I have the talent and the work ethic to push through, and I got my record deal while I was kind of still in high school.
Which
so
is
it kind of proved itself right off the bat, but there was that motivation of like, there is no back, and when there's no back, there's only forward.
Right, and forward, you have Yale and MIT. What's next? So
for me, it's less about what's next, and it's still about like what I've done, like and which is SOSA, which is now. I mean, for me, these things are all about bringing that stuff back to SOSA, Society of Spoken Art, which is my institution and my baby.
From 12 Grammy nominations to teaching rap theory at MIT, Lupe is an example of an artist extending his titles and one that keeps going.
We call it the rapper mind,
Ooh.
Right? That ability to be fast on the feet, but that's not necessary to be quick. But just to be able to look at the world from a total perspective, a universal perspective, and pick up on all the little nuances and details and then incorporate all that stuff back into a universal thing to help, to add value, right? So it's not just to be this artistic expression for the sake of artistic expressions, but for it to have like use case in the world to make the world a better place.
Okay, so one thing that we actually call my podcast is the Whitney Rap, but spelled a little different. Can you give me a little Whitney?
I knew you were gonna want me to rap. The National can go on a world tour.
Okay, keep going.
What do you mean keep going?
Oh wait, you were doing it. I was interrupting you. Oh no.
Right.
Oh wait, start over.
And you messed it up. But you love the Lord, so we blessed it up. Now we're gonna back that up. We're not just talking, we're gonna fact that up. Doing this a cappella so we can't track that up, but maybe in post. Give me a glass, I have a toast. Sometimes Whitney drink a lot of coffee, be doing the most. But she's a great host.